I know we're all anxiously awaiting the governor's plans, but in the meantime, we need to be patient. Getting the doses and then deploying them across the state, it's just going to be a major logistical exercise, and it's going to take a while. And unfortunately, right now, the numbers in our county continue to rise, and the hospitals continue to be strained. Our county is now on the watch list to go purple, which would be the highest level in our state coding system. And this morning, I spoke with Dr. Thomas Gilson, our medical examiner. He's informed me that he's preparing a request for refrigerated units to accommodate decedents, people who die. This has been a part of our pandemic plan since the beginning, that if we were to see a certain level of sustained deaths over the course of 3 days, that would trigger this response. Of course, none of us wanted to see this happen. It is terrible. Dr. Gilson is here today to answer any questions that you in the media may have at the end of this briefing. We're in a very dangerous time, and the experts you see here do not see our numbers improving if we don't begin to really change our behaviors. I know this is hard. We're in our holiday season. I hope that all of you had a very safe and healthy Thanksgiving. I know it was definitely not a normal holiday. We were asked to celebrate only with those in our own households in order to get COVID under control. Unfortunately, that hasn't happened. I know that some of you chose to share a holiday meal with parents, grandparents, and friends. Look, I understand. My wife, Amy, and I had planned dinner with our son, but we had to cancel due to the explosion of the virus. The numbers you will hear in a few moments do not reflect the Thanksgiving activities even. Let me repeat that. We're not yet experiencing the rise in illness and deaths that will be coming from gatherings over the holiday. Americans are individualists. We really don't like being told what to do. But to be blunt about it, doing what we want isn't necessarily doing what's right. We have to look beyond ourselves and remember, we're all neighbors. We are all members of one family, the human family. Please think about others. Follow the guidance of the experts like Director Allen and Dr. Gullett. They're only trying to save lives, including yours. These past few months have been exhausting for all of us. But for those of us who have lost loved ones, for those who have lost jobs and lost businesses, these months have been more than just exhausting. They've been devastating. We're doing everything we possibly can to support you, to help you, to get through this crisis. I wake up every day, thinking about all who are suffering and what can I and the county government do to help. Some days it's buying and distributing millions of items of PPE. Other days it's providing millions of dollars to hundreds of small businesses and arts and culture organizations. Recently, I woke up in terrible pain about the trouble our restaurants are going through right now. We've become a foodie county with great local restaurants. Our restaurants give our county character. Restaurants like Lola Bistro and Fire and other restaurants have given us a national reputation. But now, sadly, they're gone. And many more are on the verge of closing permanently. I read the impassioned pleas made by City Council President Kevin Kelly, Brandon Kristowski of Edwins, and Andy Udris of the Hofbrauhaus. Our restaurants need help. We in county government are trying. We're trying to help. A couple weeks ago, we announced that we were putting millions into round 3 of our Small Business Stabilization Fund, which includes support for restaurants. And I'm pleased to announce today that we've launched a restaurant stabilization fund of $1.2 million, offering grants of up to $10,000 each just for restaurants. You can go to cuyahogacounty.us/restaurant help and submit your application. The round closes next Friday, the 11th, at 5 p.m. Grants will be administered by Destination Cleveland and distributed by Cleveland Neighborhood Progress. I'd like to thank both those organizations for their quick work on getting this fund ready. And I'd like to thank County Council for authorizing an emergency purchase from our CARES Act funds to get this money out quickly. We've got to save our restaurants. We just have to. Restaurants aren't our only food problem during this crisis. Way too many people are struggling to put food on their own tables. Come on, this is America. We shouldn't have our families, friends, and neighbors going hungry. The Greater Cleveland Food Bank reports that they're seeing more than 45,000 families, twice as many as last year. We had problems before the pandemic with nearly 200,000 people who were food insecure. Now our food insecurity rate has gone up by more than 30%. And it's even worse for our children. Child food insecurity, it's terrible. In Cuyahoga County, it's gone up more than 40%. So again, we're doing what we can to help. Earlier in the pandemic, we gave $200,000 to the food bank. This week, we released another $345,000 to the food bank. That translates to 426,000 meals, including more than 33,000 bags of food for the Backpack for Kids program. And today, I'm announcing that we're proposing to the County Board of Control giving an additional $500,000 to the Hunger Network. Thanks go to County Council for supporting these life-saving contributions, and they are truly life savings. And a local anonymous philanthropic family is providing $50,000 with the hopes of encouraging other generous individuals in our community who can afford to give to the food programs. Go to greaterclevelandfoodbank.org and click on the Give Help link, or you can donate to the Hunger Network by going to HungerNetwork/donate. Please do what you can to help. In America in 2020, people, children, should not go hungry. Finally, this pandemic has exposed serious racial and economic disparities that exist all across the country. We're focused on improving equity in all sorts of ways. One role the county plays that you may not be aware of, we provide funds for road and bridge improvements. We work closely with our municipalities for design, construction, and resurfacing projects. Good roads and bridges enhance a community's livability. People want to live in places where the roads don't look like they've been bombed out. And good roads enhance access to local businesses. We're proposing to council $17 million of road and bridge investments into 27 municipalities. We paid special attention to those municipalities which fall within the U.S. Census definition of poor economic health. This is a measure that looks at the portion of a community's households that are in poverty and the average annual household income of that community. So we're proposing projects in many underserved areas. In Bedford Heights, Broadview Heights, Cleveland, Cleveland Heights, East Cleveland, Euclid, Maple Heights, Mayfield Heights, Parma, South Euclid, and Warrensville Heights, among others. It's extremely important that whenever the county provides funding, that we look at communities that might require more investment in their infrastructure than others. We want everyone, no matter their zip code, to be able to live in a safe, healthy environment. Now, I said that was my last topic, but I hope you'll indulge me for one more moment. Our council president, Dan Brady, is retiring this month, and I just want to say how grateful I am for Dan's commitment and passion to the work that we do here at the county. He has been integral to virtually everything we do. Now, we didn't always agree. He's a vigorous advocate for his views and sometimes can be a pain in my side. But let me tell you, when you look up public servant in the dictionary, it should have his picture. Dan Brady has devoted his life to helping others. He's really one of the good ones, and I'll miss him.